Here's the other theorem in 2.4 day 1. It's called the factor theorem, and it's really very much related to the remainder theorem that we just talked about. Now, the remainder theorem was saying that if I plug a k value into a polynomial, into a function, that what comes out is going to be the remainder. So the only difference with this factor theorem is that if you plug in some k value, the remainder is going to be 0. So this thing right here means that the remainder is equal to 0. That's what we're talking about with the factor theorem. Now, just what is a factor? First of all, we can decide if whatever we're dividing by is a factor, which a factor means that it can divide evenly into the original polynomial function. So if we take the k value, plug it into the function, and find that what comes out is 0, then we know that this divisor divides evenly into that particular polynomial. Here's an example down on the bottom. It says decide if x minus 1 is a factor of x cubed minus x squared minus 1. So this is our function. This is, I guess we'd call this f of x right here. And so we're going to decide if the k value makes a remainder of 0. Well, the k value from x minus 1, remember, is k equals 1. So if we're going to do this, we'd then take f of k. So k is 1 here, and so we're going to plug 1 into this equation and see if the remainder comes out as 0, or see if it gets 0 on the other side. So we'll have 1 to the third minus 1 squared plus 1 minus 1, lots of 1's, but this ends up being 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1. So overall it does equal 0, and so what that tells us is that x minus 1 is indeed a factor of this polynomial, and so it divides evenly into that polynomial because the remainder is equal to 0.